Hey, this is Victor Antonio with a small sales influence tip. Now, this tip comes from personal experience of what happened last week. I want to share with you what we're going through right now, a small experience, and then how a sales tip came about. I thought it was very fascinating. Just wanted to share it with you. Well, about a week or two ago, we contacted a landscaping company to come over and actually look at our backyard and see what they can do with the landscape and give us some ideas, right? So about a few days ago, they came by and they had this big drawing, everything laid out, wonderfully designed backyard layout, right? Now, let's just say that doing landscaping in the back, when you put hardscape and softscape, it's not cheap. And so when the gentleman presented the price, you can imagine we had sticker shock, like, wow, not what we expected to pay. Now, being a salesperson, I know this, that he didn't condition me correctly, and that was a mistake on his part. But here was the interesting part of the conversation. This is the part I really want to share with you, because I thought this was brilliant what he did. Now, let's just say it was a certain amount of money. It was a lot of money, right? He said, here's what we require, Victor. For us to get started, we require 1/3 down, 1/3 in the middle once we're halfway through the project, and once we're done the last payment. Now, again, these are big payments nonetheless. I said, well, look, I'm not comfortable putting 1/3 down. You come highly recommended, but I don't know who you are. How do I know you're not going to take my third, so to speak, and just run away with it? Kind of that conversation. And then he said the following. This falls under reframing the conversation. He said, Victor, he says, how many contractors do you hire a year to work on your house? To come in and do things for you. I said, I don't know, plumbers, let me see, air conditioning. Thought about a few, maybe 2 or 3 a year at most. He says, so you hire only 2 to 3 contractors a year. He then said, here was the brilliant part. He says, Victor, do you know that every year I hire about 100 to 150 clients? I said, what? He says, yeah. See, when I deal with somebody like you, Victor, I'm asking myself, are you going to pay me once I'm done with the job? So I'm hiring 100 to 150 clients a year. And guess what? A small percentage, don't pay. And when they don't pay, it's typically because, one, somewhere along the line they ran into some financial difficulties. Now I have to kind of absorb the cost, or they want more done than they expected and they're not willing to pay us. Whatever the case may be, they want us to pay. So Victor, I have to hire 100 to 100 plus clients a year. You only have to deal with 2 to 3 contractors. So you can see that my concern is also the same. How do I know you, Victor, are going to make the payment? And now I found myself in the defensive mode, trying to say, well, wait, I know I can pay it. I know I can afford this. And it was interesting how he shifted my perception from me not trusting him to him asking the question, why should I trust you? And I thought that was a great reframe, a great paradigm shift in the sales process. So keep this in mind. How can you do that to your customer? How can you shift their way of thinking from why should I trust you to you saying, why should I trust you? Great strategy. This is Victor Antonio with a small sales influence tip reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.